Food shortages are coming, some are here, and grocery prices are set to skyrocket again. Let's discuss. Good evening, guys. Welcome back to another Coffee Rant with Dano. Today, we are drinking the original Donut Shop coffee, one of my favorites. Really good, well-rounded coffee. Not light, not strong, somewhere a little above the middle. More strong than light. So, if you have to hit pause to get your coffee together or your favorite beverage, go ahead and do so now, as this will be a lengthy discussion. Okay, ready? Let's get to it. So, we have inconvenience stickers popping up all over Kroger. I mean, I'm seeing things from oils, Kroger olive oils, to Kroger pasta, which I did see some pasta come back today, which was kind of surprising considering I haven't seen it in a few weeks, at least regular spaghetti of the Kroger brand. Olive oils, distilled white vinegars flying off the shelves. Now, there's a reason for that, because we have canning season coming up, and people need the distilled white vinegar to do their canning, and that's to be expected. That happens every year. However, what doesn't happen every year, we have never seen the inconvenience stickers on this stuff before. Okay, so one way or another, they may not be getting this back in. So if you are a canner, I urge you, I tell you right now, you may want to go ahead and buy some. Don't worry so much about the sale on this. In my opinion, it's not overly expensive anyway. And if you are canning products, you want to make sure you get the 5% acidity. From what we've been hearing on the channel here, there's been a lot of things going around where they have lowered the acidity, and a lot of them, some of them have always been that way from what I understand. But some products have been lowering the acidity without saying anything. So you definitely want to make sure that you check the bottle to make sure that it's the right kind. Okay, so we've talked about flour and how there's probably going to be an upcoming shortage. And a lot of people were on the channel just saying that, well, it's probably just going to go up in price. Well, we're not seeing it. It hasn't risen in price. No pun intended. Flour rising. But we're seeing companies shorten their aisle of it. Now, the only place that I haven't seen touch what they've been able to do with flour is Meijer. Meijer seems to be getting in plenty. However, we're seeing every Kroger store around here pretty much condensing the flour. They're not going to say nothing, right? They're not going to say, oh, well, no, we're not getting this flour in. But you can see with your own eyes how we're seeing other products come above the flour. Like now we're seeing Bob's Red Mill, which has always been way off to the side, right above everything. That's kind of a telltale sign to me that, okay, you're expecting some shortages on here. We're not seeing inconvenience stickers on it yet, though. I do like the inconvenience stickers that Kroger does, because that kind of gives you a heads up that, we don't know when it's coming in. It can mean many different things. That maybe they didn't get their order, maybe they're not able to get their order, or it was previously out and they just haven't taken the sticker down. But I'm in the stores every day, so I know what products are coming in and what aren't. I saw some inconvenience stickers on toilet paper, and they're just all over the place. And as we go along, I will point them out, but I wanted to focus a lot on some of the different produce prices that were on sale and some of the different increases on those and some other products. Plus, when we go into the store, we are focusing on a lot of different things that you ask us to check to see if our stores are getting it in. Because if you're not getting it in at your store, chances are you may be able to order it online through like a different party or something else. But guys, I have the last time I've seen these stickers pop up as fast as they are here at Kroger was a couple years ago when we saw a lot of empty shelves. Now, I know people can misunderstand what I mean, but when I say food shortages, it's not we're out of food. Or when I say empty shelves, it doesn't mean that everything's empty. What it means is that this brand of cereal is gone. This is an empty shelf of this cereal, and it could, knock on wood, hopefully it doesn't get to what it was a couple years ago. And I kind of been holding that back a little bit. I don't want to talk about it until I know for sure, because most of you on the channel know here that until we know for sure, I don't like to really talk too much about it. And I do always kind of think it's funny when people point out like, oh, well, it's not empty shelves. Well, I'm showing you this video. These videos are all about proof, and you're seeing it. I'm not just sitting here. The coffee rants I am. But when we're in the stores, I'm showing you what's going on. So you see, it amazes me how many people still see it with their own eyes and they refuse to believe it. And that's okay. That's okay. I understand. These are tough times. I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe it either. And I just hope and pray that we don't have to go through what we went through a couple years ago, because it's crazy. And I'll tell you what, the slightest sneeze of this and it could all hit the fan, guys. And this is why I am doing this rant tonight, because I am sick of it. Okay, but I know a lot of you people. I know a lot of our viewers. You people. I know a lot of our viewers out there are too. And it's something that I really hate to talk about. I really do. It's something that I've been putting it off, because I've been noticing it here for a week or two. And it's like, maybe, it's like I focus a lot on the different sales and the things that you guys ask me about. So I tend to kind of go toward that direction, so that you are able to find the products that you are looking for, and then we can try and find the best price. We try to find the best prices. If we can't, at least we can see that it's there, because who knows what it's going to be like here in the upcoming months. In my opinion of doing this job for the last few years, I can tell you right now, we're going to see some products maybe not fly off the shelves as far as people buying them, but the more and more people buy them, and then we're not going to see them show up. So whether they're not getting it in, whether it's trucks, whether it's employee shortages or things like this, doesn't matter what reason it is. What does matter is that we pay attention now and prepare for that. Now, as to where I like to, Kroger has their buy 5 or more, save $1 each deal going on, which is a good deal. One thing I've noticed with those is the sales aren't as good as they used to be. Some of them are. We saw some of them today. And again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so that you can see these videos as well. Sometimes if you're not subscribed, it may not show you the store videos, or it may just show you the coffee rants. Hit the bell notification so that you are notified every time we put a video out. Usually grocery store videos are at 8:30 in the morning Eastern times. And if I do a coffee rant, it's somewhere to late afternoon or at night. But sometimes I have so much information that I have to put out here for you that we have to spread that out into a coffee rant. I've been trying to not get so worked up over these, but we've had some crazy events going on, and it's hard not to, guys. It really is. Look at diesel prices, okay? I have some homework for everybody here, because I've been paying attention like a hawk. Every time I go past a gas station, sure, I see gas prices going up. We're at $3.60 a gallon right now, which is actually down 10 cents. But I've been telling everybody, I'm like, yes, pay attention to what you're paying at the pump, right? Because it all matters. But pay more attention what diesel is doing. Because diesel was sitting at $3.68 here after being $3.28 for a year. And it jumped to $3.68. But I noticed that it was sitting there for the last couple months. We talked about this. Now it's up to $4.19. It's gone up, it went up 30 cents, and now it's up to $4.19. And I have a feeling it's only going to get higher. And guys, when that happens, we're going to be paying, it's going to be just like it was. Not only do we have products not coming in at this point, but we're paying more for the products that we may not even want because they don't have the things we like. Whew, we need to take a pause here. That's why I do coffee with this, because it helps me through. So, the best advice, or the best thing that I believe, in my opinion, that we can do is remain focused. Try to prepare yourself for this, okay? If everything goes on, say, okay, no shortages or things come back in, stickers come down, all that, great. But I'm telling you now so that you can plan ahead. So that you're not caught, not being able to get something because this has happened. We've seen it happen before. The whole sugar thing. We're getting comments from a lot of you guys about the sugar. Not finding sugar. One of them was Walmart. Someone was talking about King Soopers out in California. You couldn't find sugar. A longtime viewer of ours from southern Chicago said that there were another Walmart and then another store. I can't remember which one it was. but I know one of them was Walmart. And you know, we've seen this with Walmart. When we see shortages, we'll find that too. I saw something at Kroger Marketplace that I never really see much. Okay, lots of spices gone. Now we were calling this the Spice War last year. You guys remember? Say the war on spice, which is kind of a funny hint toward Dune. If you've ever seen Dune, the Spice Wars. But anyway, so we would see like spices just gone at Walmart. So I expect that when spices are not coming in, Walmart is just not going to be able to get them in. We've seen this. We've talked about this. For those of you on the channel who have been here forever, I know you remember. But today I'm seeing spices that are the cheaper ones at Kroger Marketplace, but some of them not so cheap. What's crazy about it is that, how much was gone? How much was gone? Again, the video comes out tomorrow morning. I was half tempted to put this video out tomorrow after the Kroger video because this video is pretty much answering the questions that I had at Kroger today when I did the video there this morning, but that one won't be out till tomorrow. So you're getting a preview of what tomorrow's video is going to be. We saw their cheaper spices, which really aren't that cheap, if you ask me. I mean, they're $1.25, but they're the cheap of the cheap, which same ones that we can get at Aldi for less than $1, or even Dollar Tree, right? I mean, it's like they're $1.25 there. Well, these ones are $1.25, and I haven't tried the cheaper ones at Kroger, but we've gotten some bad comments on them, so I've kind of just stayed away from them. And I take everyone's opinion pretty highly, especially if you've been on the channel watching us for the last couple years. We've been covering this stuff for so long. It's hard to deliver this just bad news, guys. But I had to tell you because it's so important that we stay ahead of the game. Take advantage of it now. And then if these things don't happen and prices don't go up, which we know that's going to happen anyway, then at least you have it and you don't have to worry about it. You spend a little extra now and then you have it and you don't have to worry about it, because I'm telling you, I believe it's happening all over again, guys. I really do. Not sounding the alarm on, well, in a way I am. Never encourage panic buying. I encourage smart buying. Okay, go out there. You know, the deals that are out there, take advantage of all the sales. Take advantage of the sales and the things you need and the things you eat. Stock up a little bit on it if you can. If you can't, just be mindful of some of these things that are coming up. We know that there's shortages of meat. Look at the prices on that. We know that there's going to be shortages probably on pork because of all these different things happening with the hog farmers from Smithfield and just everywhere. It's if there's anything that I can tell you that happens with these things, when we hear these different events go on, it is like a domino effect. One thing affects another, that affects another. And I know people have their own opinions and things to say of different places and the way things are run and who owns these places. But in the long run of things, we're all in this together. We're all in it together. And what affects one person is going to ultimately affect me, which is going to ultimately affect you, and we have to pay attention. Oh, another thing I saw today, or didn't see at Kroger, was salt. They had one thing of Kroger salt, and then they had a few Morton salt. But I don't know. When I started falling into all of the inconvenience stickers at Kroger today, I was like, my goodness, like it was just one after the other, and it was like I just had to get through today. But we will be going back next. I want to wait a week. I want to give it a week, see if we see some things start coming back in, which hopefully we will. But there was just so much stuff, and I'm like, here we go again. Here we go again. Get ready. Get ready. Buckle your seatbelts. That might be the title of the video today. I really don't know. It's frustrating. I do this every day, and I still get sticker shock. I get sticker shock, and then when we get these events with the shortages, however it may be, it could be ingredients. That was the big thing a couple years ago. It could be they don't have the ingredients. They don't have the spice to fill the shelf, or they don't have the stuff to make the stuff. You know, and it's frustrating because, for one, we don't know. There's no way of really knowing until it happens. That is why you all have me. That is why I do this, because I am in it all day, every day. I see it every day, and I can bring it to you in real time Whether it's true or not, you see it for yourself. I show you what's going on, at least around Cincinnati, Ohio. And when me and Jessica travel, we try to visit some other stores to see what we can find. I always like visiting Publix when we're out of town. We will be going out of town here in a few weeks, so I will be checking out a Publix, which will be nice. Haven't been to Publix in a while. I know Publix has gotten ridiculously expensive too, but everywhere has. Maybe I'll get a sub sandwich from Publix. I love those. They are fantastic. A lot of our viewers were telling me and Jessica to get a sub sandwich from Publix when we were down in Florida. And I got to say, we did have to wait a really long time. Like, we actually had to come back. Like, it took them like an hour. But they have a lot of people. They're famous for their subs, I guess. I mean, but it was really good. It was good. And now if I was waiting in the store that long for an hour and a half or whatever it was, yeah, no, I wouldn't have waited that long. I mean, if I lived there and I was doing like some kind of crazy shopping, like super shopping day or something, then I might have waited that long. But yeah, I don't know. It was good though. But the diesel prices, guys, I think that is the key. That is when I said, okay, time to sound the alarm. Okay, not so much, like I said, don't go out and panic buy, right? But we've gone over the shortages that are coming. We know that there's going to be not only a shortage of rice, but we know that it's going up in price. We know that. It's everywhere. Now everywhere everybody's talking about it. Not just on my channel, but on news networks and all that stuff. It's a known thing. We know it's going to happen. I almost feel like even if it wasn't going to happen, it's going to now because it's so much talk through. I know it sounds crazy, don't it? So much talk through that how can it? Like, well, they'll do something to prevent it. No, I feel like sometimes that actually makes it worse. Because that like now the company is thinking, oh, now they expect it to raise the price. We're good. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't it seem like that sometimes? So I have a little bit of homework for everybody here. And you don't have to mention it or anything, but one thing I would like for you to do, if you're going out this weekend and you're going shopping, if you're trying to catch any of these sales, which I highly recommend, it's like the cheaper we can get stuff now is going to be the cheaper that we can get it in the long run, in probably the close to immediate future here. Let me know. Let me know some of the shortages that you are seeing. You know, if you happen to notice that, and you know, it can be anything. If you notice that a shelf is empty of green beans, just let us know the brand and abbreviate your city and state so that we know and we can compare notes. It's harder and harder for me to get to everything. I read the comments every day. Sometimes it's hard to respond. Our channel's getting huge, and thank you all for being part of our YouTube family. And we are so blessed to have so many people on here that care about everybody and point these things out. But let me know down in the comments, what are some products that you are noticing are kind of disappearing? I know it's hard to see with the eyes at first. People see things, they see a couple things, and they're like, oh, well, wow, people buying up this little packet of Ben's Original Ready Rice. It's just an example. There's no shortage of Ben's Original, I don't think, yet. But, you know, if you see a couple packs and you're not used to seeing, you know, you really think that somebody's going to the store and buying 100 things of Ben's Original Ready Rice? They might. I mean, Kroger's has a sale on them for $1.49 a pack right now on a digital coupon. So if that was the case, then my mind would think, okay, well, let's wait till next week. Maybe not mention that because that's a great sale. People could be buying those up. But if it's something that's traditionally never on sale, if you see no sugar at your store, if you see no flour or weird things happening with the flour, you know, I'm done calling it excuses, but really, it's like it could be trucks, it could be employee shortages, it could be just no flour. and hopefully that's not the case. But we've been seeing how Kroger's especially has been adding things to the top shelves, and this is all Kroger's, and I'm seeing less. I'm seeing all of the products, but I'm seeing less of them. They're packing it in because really to the eye as you walk by, not saying it's trickery like some of the stickers that we see, like the blue sticker and then the dark purple, because it's almost like, I almost look at that as pretty hateful, right? Because someone who is colorblind or someone that is just like, oh, and just grabs it and doesn't think about it, that purple sticker looks a lot like the buy 5 or more, save $1 each deal blue sticker. So if you go through the line, if you go through the cashier, and then you just throw it up on there, right? You throw up your product that was actually on a purple sticker that's a separate thing, they're going to charge you full price for that. So that's another thing I encourage is make sure you're always like checking the items as you check out. Now, I understand if you have a huge cart of stuff, that's hard to do. But if you can remember the things that were on those sales, think to check those items as they scan them. Now, you won't be able to see that until after your complete transaction. But before you pay for your food, you may want to like kind of just mentally, if you can remember. Well, that's got to be tough, though. I understand that's tough for a lot of people. I have a bit of a photographic memory, so that I know right away, but I understand not everybody's like that. Lots of trickery, guys. Lots of trickery in the grocery stores, and you know, it's like I hate seeing stuff like that because to me it feels like dishonesty, right? And I don't even know if there is any honesty in a lot of stores anymore, even grocery stores or anywhere for that matter. I feel like employees can just be as rude as they want and nothing ever happens. I feel like customers can just get away with everything. I feel like everybody's just kind of angry. We've discussed this. I've gone to stores and I've literally titled videos, frustrating trip to here or there, because it was literally very hard for me to get through the day because I'm dealing with a lot of angry people. America. That's Frank. Frank, the bald eagle. That's my favorite cup. People were asking me where I got that cup. It is called the Patriot Peddler. It is at the Island in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. If you know where the island is, it's not like a real island where you can't get to it or anything. It's just called the island. It does have like a river that goes all the way around it. That's why it's called the island, but very easy to get to, one of our favorite places. That is a patriotic store. I love it. That's where I got that flag too. But actually, I think I got this hat there. I did. Wow. My whole setup here came from Patriot Peddler. Great store. Great store. If you're a proud American, if you're a patriot, definitely visit that store. They've got a lot of history and a lot of photos of soldiers and veterans. And I spent probably an hour in there just looking at that stuff. It's really, really awesome. But we just got to pay attention, guys. Got to pay attention. Don't let up. Don't let up now. When you think that it's getting easy, it's never easy. Nothing in this is ever easy. So with the diesel prices, it's like I feel like this is the key. This is the problem. We were talking about this. This is what is going to ultimately cause a surge in prices again. Whether it's grocery prices, doesn't matter. It can be anything. It can be clothes, right? It can be shipments of clothes. It's going to cause, I feel like a lot of different things are going to cause prices to go up here. You know, with different companies shutting down, you know, a lot of different companies that have shut down. A lot of these different things are going to cause prices to go up in different areas. We already saw where, you know, we're seeing incredible sales on ribs right now for like $2.99 a pound. Not incredible, but, you know, that would have been like a good sale price a year ago. I wouldn't say 2 years ago, but a good sale price a year ago. We're seeing things at like $2.99 on sale, and then we're seeing what the regular price is going to be, like $5.99 a pound. Okay, so if you like your pork, now's the time to buy. If you guys noticed over the last couple of years here that pork has been, we've had all these crazy price increases, but pork has kind of stayed level. It hasn't really gone up, but now I believe it's going to skyrocket just like the other meat with all the events that are happening. I have to assume that it will. In my opinion, I think pork is going to go up. I honestly believe chicken is going to start going up too. Like store brand. We already know like Tyson and that is just through the roof anyway. But I have a feeling store brands are going to start going up. I also have a feeling we're going to start seeing more regular prices on chicken at Meijer as well. It's just like I said, everything kind of falls together. Everything kind of falls together to where we have to pay attention to these things as the sales come, because if we don't, we're going to end up paying those high prices. So if you have extra freezer space, if you have a little bit of room to stock a couple things, I highly recommend it, because I do believe these prices, there's no way of telling what they're going to come to, but if you can see meat prices the way they're going, you start adding other things into there. I mean, we've seen produce at its highest level ever. I saw a sale today on Gala apples for $1.69 a pound, and I was like, wow, what a deal. You know what they were last year? $1.29 a pound. Everybody was freaking out when they went to $1.49 a pound. It's the highest apples have ever been. And yes, we're going into the fall when it's apple season, so we'll probably see a few deals. But watch tomorrow's Kroger video. Even the deals we're seeing aren't, the best. Also, pay attention to the apple bag prices. Something really screwy about that. I'm not going to give it away here, but I want you guys to kind of look at it. The 3-pound bags of apples, there's some major mind game in that Kroger did, and I did not like it at all. I did not like it. Just don't be fooled, guys. They're doing everything. They're doing everything to try and fool you to where you say, oh, well, no, that was the purple sticker, or this was in the wrong place, or this is supposed to be that way. No. They set up these charts. They set up these charts at different headquarters and stuff, and it's like, and it's one thing that I with Meijer, I don't like the way Meijer's doing stuff. They're starting to pull Kroger's deal. Now, if you are desperate, because that's what it is, are you desperate? Nobody's buying the apples, right? Does Meijer really have to put low prices on here? Don't put low price on there unless, for one, it's a sale, because you're deceiving people, right? Because people who don't, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, because I can tell you, well, that's not the low price. That's the regular price. This ain't a sale. This ain't the sale. This is actually more than what it was last week when we were here. Don't be fooled, guys. Don't be fooled. Watch out for different food shortages. Let us know, especially on like baking goods, stuff like that. Flour, cooking oil is supposed to be in short supply coming too. That's one that we read, that we went over in one of these other coffee rants. Flour, sugar, different baking items, spices, anything that you see that's unusual. That's unusual. Now that I'm telling you, now we're in focus with each other, aren't we? Right? You got it? Awesome. Because if you see it, if it looks weird, if you see something, say something. Say something in the comments. Let us know so that we can stay on top of this. So if maybe your neighbor or somebody that lives in Indianapolis, Indiana, or something, just highlight, don't, you ain't got to write all that out. Just abbreviate the city and the state. People will get it. And usually, like, even what's more important is saying what store it is, whether it's Publix, Winn-Dixie, stores, that especially we don't have, so that we can relate them to other people, because we only have so much here in Cincinnati as well. But guys, I have ranted on for long enough. Thank you all so much for watching. Just keep your eyes open. Don't be fooled by the trickery. Watch the diesel prices and let us know what's going on in your town. Let us know if you see any of these shortages so that we can keep everybody else aware. Oh, and one more thing. Somebody please tell me what's going on with the diapers. I don't know what the deal is. I haven't been able to find anything online about a shortage of diapers, but there's been a lot of people talking about it. I've been pointing out the sales as usual. I've been pointing out the deals. They got some sales at Kroger. I know if you buy 2 boxes, you get, it's like $10 off. So save a little bit. I know prices have been going up on them, but that could be prices going up, shortage of them. I don't know. Anything and everything, let us know down in the comments. Keep everybody in the know. Thank you all so much for watching tonight. Have a great weekend.